Let's turn to the Middle East because Israeli forces are reported to have shot dead a 26-year-old American activist in the occupied West Bank. Aysenur Ezgi, who's of Turkish descent, is said to have been taking part in a protest against Jewish settlement expansion in the town of Beita near Nablus. Turkey has described her death as, quote, a murder. The Israeli military says shots were fired at someone who they described as, quote, a central instigator because they were throwing stones at troops, and says the incident is now being investigated. The US says it's urgently seeking information about the death. Well, our World Affairs correspondent in Jerusalem, Mike Thompson, has some of the latest.
She was attending what's apparently a regular demonstration against settlement expansion in the West Bank, which has been increasing at quite a pace. And apparently, or according to local media, Israeli troops tried to suppress the demonstration. They used, it said, live ammunition, stun grenades and tear gas to try and stop what was happening. And in the midst of all this, it thought the young American woman was hit in the head. She was then taken to hospital in Nablus, but medics there were unable to save her life and she was pronounced dead.
I know this has happened only in the last hour or so in terms of the details leaking out. Has there been any reaction? Because only last week, for example, the US State Department imposing more sanctions because they're so concerned at some of the things happening in the West Bank with settlers.
Indeed, that's quite right, Matthew. Yes, the US has taken that action because there's been growing concern about settler violence. It was only a few weeks ago in the village of Jit in the West Bank that around 100 settlers invaded the village, and cars were burnt, homes were burnt down, and a local resident was killed in the clashes that followed. These attacks have been increasing, especially since the start of the Gaza war, causing quite a lot of alarm, and there have been several people killed.